Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Let's see here. As you can see, I have Stocks with Josh here as a guest, and we're going to talk about crypto today. We know about Silicon Valley Bank. We know that everything that's going on with it and the timing of everything, and in a way, it is actually positive for crypto. This video will be mainly about crypto and why it is running. And I guess tomorrow we'll go into SVB and everything that's going on. But I want to leave time for my guest, Josh. We were going to do Technical Tuesdays, but this is important, so we wanted you guys to know right away. Josh, say hello to the people.
Thank you, Larry. Hi, Stock Up family. This is a very interesting day, Larry, in the market. There is so much news to digest. I think that you and I have spent time individually digesting all the news, and we're going to bring some solid stuff to the family today. This event in the bank has perhaps, Larry, and you and I don't talk about our shows before we sit down and go live. So I'm throwing this at you. This event, a lot of people are speculating, may cause the Fed to pause and rethink his next step. If the financial institutions are wavering or if they're in a dangerous spot, the Fed is going to perhaps reconsider what he's doing to hold off from putting additional pressure. The bottom line is this whole event at SVB happened because the bond portfolio was annihilated and destroyed because the Fed was raising rates. So the impact of the Fed is not just real estate, it's not just mortgages, it's much broader, and it's begun to touch in the financials.
So let's talk about Mt. Gox. And as you guys know, that's in crypto before they were involved in crypto collapse in the past, right? So let's bring people up to par on. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So back in 2014, one of the largest exchanges at the time, one of the solo exchanges, similar to how we have Coinbase and Binance and FTX in this last bull run, one of the big exchanges was Mt. Gox. They had a hack. A lot of people speculate what was going on. Some people question whether it was an internally contrived event. It's very hard to basically sort these things out. A little bit of Bitcoin had been getting taken off the exchange slowly over time until a ton of it was gone, and it caused an implosion in Mt. Gox, but that money is being given back. Now, the interesting thing, Larry, is that at the time, Bitcoin was only trading at $600. So this was one of these weird events when something really bad happens, but it works out later. Today, Bitcoin's sitting at 24,000, and in the last, I think it was March 10th, was when this Bitcoin began to come back on the market. A lot of people, this is what I want your listeners to understand today. The fact is that with the passing of time, this event it was providing selling pressure or even maybe the fear of investing because the unknown could happen with Mt. Gox, could have maybe created a big sell-off. It didn't really happen, right? The fact is that we are seeing Bitcoin go higher. A lot of people have speculated that the people who had previously owned Bitcoin had sold their rights to it to institutional holding companies who are now well within the profit and may have an interest to continue to hold. But here's the takeaway. There's two big events. There's a number of big events that have been putting pressure on crypto, and they're starting to get into the rear view mirror. And they have kept people from wanting to go all in on crypto. Mt. Gox is one of them. The Ethereum Shanghai upgrade is another. Both of these events are going to be in the rear view mirror here very soon.
Right. And let me add to this. Well, so people have a flight to safety, right? So they're scared of stocks. They're scared of what may happen. As we see with SVB, regional banks have fallen apart. Of course, the president just gave a hand up. And now there's a debate whether it's a bailout or not, right? So people are looking at Bitcoin and seeing and crypto at large, but in specific Bitcoin, through all of this fallout, Bitcoin was holding solid through all of this fallout. And so for the younger generation, They're not going to bonds. They don't know what bonds are, right? And a lot of people that have just been in the market for the last 2 years, they're going, wait a minute. The market has been falling, but crypto has been steady. It's been showing that it had strong support. So why don't I just go back there? I got to give props to you, Josh. I mean, you were pretty stern on saying that the worst in crypto is behind us. We're seeing strong support. I got to take my hats off to you. You nailed it yet again. Talk a little more about that.
Well, okay, so you and I were together Friday. We were at that men's retreat, and there was blood in the streets.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll be honest, when we were shooting that video, I felt like a madman.
Yeah, you were like this.
Endorsing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, and ADA. I literally felt like I was a madman suggesting that we should buy when it was in a free fall. We were in a technical free fall on the S&P 500, but I gave my reasons, okay?
You did.
We are in that sideways, slightly moving upwards accumulation phase. What people need to understand is that by the time we get to March 2024, Bitcoin could easily be 48,000 again. And so there are going to be these big pressure moments. There's going to be bad news stories, and there's going to be these big drops. But what I was doing on Friday and Saturday, and why I was in a load up mode, I was loading up, and I want you to know, I did not feel 100% at peace. I only did it because I wanted to stick to my trade plan.
Well, that's healthy. That's healthy because all of us, even with stocks, are going to be going in heavy when it's uncomfortable, not with the herd. Buying fear is uncomfortable. Running towards a burning building is uncomfortable. Continue.
Well, that's exactly what was happening Friday and Saturday. But you know what? I had it resolved in my heart. I told everybody, you know what? Ethereum was up, touching on 1,700. And people asked me, personal friends asked me, Josh, do you sell? I sold. When should we buy? I did. I looked at the charts. I ran the technicals. The charts told me that we should begin to re-enter at 1,400. We were down at 1,400. Everything looked like it was breaking down, and we were either going to stick to the trade plan or we were not. And so I decided to just pull the lever forward and stick to the game plan. Matic. We got Matic. You guys got another opportunity.
You know I was going to ask you to talk about Matic.
Under $1. The market gave you another opportunity to get it under $1. But you know what? In a very scary moment. Now, I want you guys to know that technically we hit the top of the range for Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big boys. We hit the top of the trade range. So I did take some profits. Okay. Larry, I want to intertwine both of our trade ideas that we talked about on Friday. Okay.
Yes.
We're in the phase where when things really fall apart and they drop, okay, the fear of going long and taking a position in crypto, for me, it's behind me. Okay? I'm going to buy those moments. I'm going to buy those technical ranges because I think we're going to continue to see these pops that occur. Go ahead, Larry.
Yes. I was just taking a picture. Right now, I know you don't have this in front of you. Right now, as we speak, it's exactly 2 hours before closing bell. The Dow is positive 144. And the S&P is at 3886, and even the NASDAQ is up 136 points on a day like today.
I want to bleed into my video that I'm going to do here shortly in post. Yes. I'm giving your people everything I prepared. But I'm going to tell you guys, on the S&P 500, the technical range that we need to close above is 388. So we're getting ready to touch it. Now, if there is any chance,
now you heard it's 380. Right now it's 388.
Right now it's 386. You said, I thought.
No, it just went up as you spoke. It is now It's now 388.87 exactly.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's what I was looking at this morning. We needed to close above 388 to have any semblance of a bullish narrative moving forward. Now, the other thing, Larry, that I told everybody in the Friday, Thursday, Saturday video, I told them we cannot make major moves on Monday, we need to watch and see what the market does, because all of this could be a big fake out. But here's another thing I want to leave everybody with, Larry, because I want to make sure that people understand you and I clearly. We do our own separately.
Yes.
We are in a confirmed bearish breakdown.
Yes.
Declining stocks are beating advancing stocks by a much higher percentage, and the volume, all of these major important technical indicators are right now telling us that we are in a bearish, micro bearish mode. Is it possible to reclaim the micro bullish? It is. The first step would be to get above 388. Then we would need to see follow through tomorrow. If we do not see that, everybody needs to understand that we're back to the narrative where you sell the rip.
Okay? Explain that to people that don't understand the quote, sell the rip, buy the dip and sell the rip. But right now it's more sell the rip. Explain it.
So just like we did on Friday and Saturday, we bought the low and the dip of crypto. Now we've seen an 18% move in Bitcoin in a single 24-hour window. That's unprecedented. It's going to cool off. It's going to come back.
It's going to pull
Everybody
back.
needs it. It's going to pull back. So now here's what happened. We were above the 50-day moving average. We were above technical support lines. We're beneath them now. So unless we break back above, we have to assume that we are just back testing the ceiling, that we're going to get rejected, and we're going to go down from there. People need to have that perspective.
Yes. So let me show at the time of this, as you could see, the S&P 500 is 3884. Let's just say 3885 at the time of filming this, about an hour and 40 minutes before closing bell. And let's see what else we have here. I wanted to show. Look at that. This is just a few. Look at that. Bitcoin is up 15%. ETH almost 9.5. Solana 9. Polygon 6. Cardano almost 9. It's doing its thing.
It's going to pause here. I think it's going to pause here. I think everybody needs to be careful. If you weren't in tune with what Larry and I were laying down on Friday and Saturday, and you did not buy ADA at 30 cents, 31 cents, if you didn't buy Ethereum, I'm going to tell you right now, just pause a moment and don't jump on, because it's moved up too fast, and I think we're going to pull back a little bit. And there are people like me that were taking profits. Okay, so I just told everybody I'm selling. Now, don't get it confused. I'm not selling all my crypto coins. I am locking in some profit, and I'm protecting myself. On the Cardano trade, I had some losses because I had some stop losses kick me out 3 times. So Cardano went up to 35 cents. Selling my bag allowed me to regain all of my stop losses. Now, if it pulls back to the 32-cent range, I'm going to go back in, and I will have lost nothing. You guys have to understand that when you hear these trades that I give, there's a lot of details that go into them. There's protective measures. There's recuperating losses. There's repositioning myself. Am I bullish Cardano? Could you buy Cardano and just hold? And will it go up from here? Yes, over time. I have Cardano long. I have Cardano swing. I got out of my Cardano swing because I locked in profit. I think that the crypto is going to pause. I think that the big news, Larry, and I think we should just leave people with this, okay? Yep. The really big news ahead is we're looking back to the Fed to see if this banking crisis causes him to take a different path. If he takes a different path, if he gives a 25 point hike instead of a 50, or gives none at all, these markets are going to tear up. They're going straight up.
I was going to say, be specific when you say tear up. Rip up to the higher. So now, what I've been saying is this. And Josh, I believe our theories on crypto has been like this. Mine is in this lane, his is in this lane, heading the same way. Now they're like this, because you don't want to take big sums of money and dump it into crypto right now. We're in the accumulation stage And those of you that know, that's been following me, this is the perfect time to do what, Josh?
It's to accumulate DCA. I
Exactly.
ran, we did this guys event over the weekend, right?
Yep.
And I ran into people, talked with them about crypto. They asked me for some stock and crypto advice, and I walked through all the typical things that retail doesn't do correctly. And one of them, retail doesn't buy red, and retail lump sums buy. And I said to them,
yes.
I told them, I said, get some Matic, get some Ethereum, get some Bitcoin. But they said, okay, well, I could drop a couple grand on it. And I'm like,
right.
Pause, make it a weekly investment, do it over time. And I said, because here's what's going to happen. If you dropped $2 on, let's say, Matic right now, and it dropped 10, 20 cents, you would lose $400. And then you would be upset. And you'd be like, oh, that guy, he gave me bad advice.
Yep. It's a hoax.
But if you buy it consistently, we're in accumulation. It's going to begin to move up. You know what, Larry? We're moving towards regulation. Regulators are trying to get geared up so they don't miss another Bitcoin pump. They can't afford to have things unregulated.
Yep.
We're in accumulation. They can't afford to have things unregulated going into this next cycle. I'm telling you, big money wants them to get this regulated. The Kevin O theory.
I've been saying that.
The Saudi Arabian funds, they want regulation, they want stability, and when they get it, a lot of people are going to be afraid because initially, on all the press releases, it's going to cause crypto to drop.
I did a video months ago about everything where I see crypto is going. And Josh, you said it exactly how I said it. And you've heard me say this. I said crypto will get regulated. I said they will regulate stablecoin because it's pegged. That's going to be their entry. The initial response to that will be negative. These are things that I've been saying for a year now. I mean, ever since crypto went down, went in the crypto winter. I've been saying this consistently. Then big money will pile in because they can't get into crypto because it's unregulated. And then it will turn around and go on a rip like most have not seen, because most that are in crypto, this is your first cycle. And so
Larry, can I build on that?
Yes, go ahead.
You know what? We are still in the first quarter of 2023. And in this quarter, when we turn from 2022 to 2023, the number one advice that I gave people was to begin to get prepared, to begin to sharpen the axe. I gave a quote the other day on my page which said that, Abraham Lincoln quote, he said, if I had 1 hour to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 45 minutes sharpening my axe. So you guys out there have been listening to Larry and I talk about these foundational aspects of investing. Larry's been advising cashing up. I've been talking about the cycle of crypto. All of this leads into getting prepared. And the bottom line is that this is an opportunity right now. You're still in the first quarter of 2023, which means it's time to educate. It's time to lay a foundation, because there is such a money-making opportunity in the next 3 quarters of this year that it would be a shame if you were just sitting on the sidelines, not doing anything right now to get yourself prepared.
Yep. Hey, we're going to leave it right there. If you want to hear the conclusion of what Josh has to say on crypto, I want you guys to go to his page. Now, let's take a look. I just snapshot this because, here we go. There we go. Yes. Sorry, I wanted to get enough in there. Let's see if I can do this. Can I bring it down a little bit? So, hey, as we can see, Stocks with Josh just hit 50,000 subscribers, 50K. Yay. Hey, we celebrate that with you, man. We're happy that we've been a part of this journey. The family, we share the same family. They call me Uncle Larry, and they're starting to call you Cousin Josh. And this has really been cool to hit 50,000 subscribers. So what I'm going to do is the second link below will be a link to Stocks with Josh's page. The first will be my class. And then right under that will be Stocks with Josh. There will be a link right to his page, right? Then when he gets his video about crypto up, the end screen to this video will be his video about crypto to go more in depth. Okay, so let's show Josh some love. Let's give him some support. I want everybody listening to me to go and subscribe to his page and add him as one of your favorites. Anything else you want to say, Josh? And Josh is part of the class too. Go ahead, Josh. And
I want to talk a little bit about that. And the fact is that you began this journey, Larry, for me. You're the one that drew me into this space, and so I consider that success and a blessing for me to have that 50,000 subscribers. But you laid that foundation. I was talking about it a moment ago about laying foundations, building the house. You are really good about that. And personally, I do want to mention the class. I keep Larry's link to the class on my page. It's not a financial relationship. It's because I believe that Larry's a foundation layer. He laid a foundation for me to come into YouTube. He's laying a foundation for you guys to come into investing. So you can find, obviously that's his class. It's on his page, but it's also on mine. It's going to stay on mine because I want people to go there. I teach a brief chapter in it. Other heavy hitters teach chapters in it. It's continuing to grow. I believe, Larry, if they buy that, they're part of the family. They get the connection moving forward. Is that the case?
That is the case. Everything that gets added, they get it at a highly discounted price. Hey, I'm just going to say this. Go ahead, Josh.
No, I just personally think that it's a great deal. I think it's worth way more from my point of view and my awareness of other YouTubers that have put out foundational classes. This is for beginning traders, but there's meat in there for traders that have been trading a while because you got Keenan, me, and you all putting some ideology, some philosophy in there. And it's this is the best time to get it because it's only going to get richer and richer with content over time.
We just released another class from Josh about what is the RSI and how to use it. Josh teaches a whole chapter on charting, technical analysis, and then Keenan with the options. Hey, I'm just going to say this, and I've been knowing Josh for now around 25 years. A lot of people don't know that. He just happens to be one of the best charters out there, one of the best technical analysis. If you go to his page, you'll see every video and he calls it to a T. We're going to hit here. We're going to bounce off here, and that is one of the things that all of us, including myself, could be better at. And so Josh is our TA guy here at Stock Up. I'm going to leave it right there. Anything in closing, Josh, or was that your close?
One more thing I have to say.
Go ahead.
You know what one of my best returning stocks today is?
What?
Your pick, GEHC.
Yes.
That payday pick. I was looking at my portfolio today, and I was like, wow, GEHC still paying me a weekly salary. So I want to thank you for that. You're an incredible stock picker. Thank you for keep picking them, Larry. Keep feeding the family, and I'll take them as well.
Thank you so much for that, my brother. Hey, good people, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Make sure you check out the class. There'll be a link right in there. You'll see a link that pops up. And then I want everyone to go to Stocks with Josh's page. He'll be the second link. And of course, today is Moo Monday. That'll be the third link, okay? Get the 17 free stock. Read everything there, all right, good people? Hey, we're going to leave it right there. Live, love, laugh, and learn. We'll see you later.